Where do marital problems really come from? Hello my dear subscribers. For those who don't know me, my name is El Mochko, and I come in this video to give you the reasons why you always have disappointments in love, or you suffer in a couple. But before starting the video, I invite you to subscribe to the channel and like the video. The first point is in when you are in cronyism. First, many men or women don't know that there are different categories of men and different categories of women. The first question you should ask yourself when you meet a woman or a man is that, what class of man is he? What he likes or dislikes? What are its principles and values? That's what our grandparents often said by getting to know your spouse. If you are compatible or not. If you have the same vision of couple or marriage as you or not. You don't spend your whole life as a couple exchanging messages of I love you. No, you should rather know who this gentleman is. Or who is this woman? And even ask her these kinds of questions. Try to be yourself. I'm not saying show your bad temper. Try to convince your spouse to be able to see their true face. Generally we see that women do not take the time to do that and marry this man without knowing his real deep desires. Like some men. But the majority of men do this before they marry a girl. Many spouses encounter problems in their relationship and think that their spouse has changed. It's just that he shows his true face. So don't play the hypocrite when you're in a relationship. Many women and men use advice from marriage coaches which does not work on their couple but rather makes the situation worse. It's just that not all men or women are the same. On the men's side there are men of different categories. And on the women's side, same thing. The goal is to find a woman or man of his category. But you always find a spouse of another category and strive to change their nature. You don't change the nature of a man or a woman. On the other hand, we can reframe a man or a woman who loses his way. And it doesn't take much effort. Once you do it, the person understands. If you try to crop it and it doesn't work, use another method. If it doesn't always work, leave the other because you are not compatible. You cannot listen to the advice of the coaches who say to be capricious before offering your sex to your man. Yes, it's true that there are some men who like it, and it excites them, but you are sure that your man belongs to this category. If your man can't stand whims, if you apply these tips at home, either he can break up with you on the spot. There are some who advise saying that to leave the man and be desired. He will come back to you to beg you. Know that it works in some cases, but the question is that your man is like that or your woman is part of this type of category. Who loves a person or recognizes the real value of a person when that person begins to distance themselves? Sometimes it's you who is at fault and who doesn't want to recognize. And you claim to use that kind of advice. There is also a category of men or women who like to apologize even when they are not wrong. The best thing is to learn to know who your spouse is and how he or she works. If you are of the same category or compatible, some men like their wife to yell at him before he resonates normally or attends to her family. Often they are men of low value, or irresponsible men, or stupid. A worthy man would never like his wife or girlfriend to raise her voice in front of him. If you meet a good man and you act like that, either he will break or they won't take good care of you anymore. 'Cause you're not a worthy woman. You are not submissive. On the other hand, some men or women you have to manipulate them to make them really love you. Likewise, there are some men who ignore the dirt as well as women's side. So don't just listen to love advice and apply it blindly. All men are not the same and all girls are not the same. If you can't find the man or woman of your category in your area, maybe you are too demanding. Or either if it's not, move around. Or simply looking for the money to go to another country. The men or women of your category exist. That's what you commonly call soulmate. Gold soulmate. It's not just one person. It's a category of people who make your life easier by being so happy. Join me in private coaching, which is paying of course, for more advice. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and share the video. This is Professor El Mochko.